everybody, and welcome back to Play It Again. I'm Sue, and I am so glad you joined me today. Thank you so very much, because we have a 1960s classic, a girl group classic. It's going to be fantastic. We are going to do the Ronettes and their all-time great hit, Be My Baby. This was an amazing song, and it really showcased that wall of sound that Phil Spector had created. And I am very excited to review this one today. We have not done the Ronettes on the channel before, so this is going to be a cool one for sure. And if you like what I'm doing on the channel, please give this video a big thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, please do so. I really do appreciate it. And if you'd like, you can become a member of the channel. Just click the join button and you can read all about it if you choose to become a member of the community of Play It Again Sue. All right, here we go. I think this was 1964, and you guys can correct me if I am wrong. And this is a live version of the song, and apparently, yes, it says 1964, and apparently it's been colorized. So this was originally in black and white, and someone has colorized it, so we'll see what this is like. I've never seen this video before, so this is going to be really fun. And it's always great when you can find these old groups or bands and see live versions of them, because it's just so much more kind of effective, and you feel so much more connected to the song when you can actually see them as opposed to just listening to it on a record. Here we go. Absolutely love this song. It's just so upbeat, it's so fun, and honestly, it still sounds very relevant and very fresh. It's just so cool. And Ronnie Bennett, later on Spector's voice, is phenomenal. She has such a unique sound to her voice. The tone of her voice, absolutely exquisite. She's amazing. Interestingly enough, because there's three of them, one of them is her sister Estelle, and the other one is her cousin Nidra. And on this particular track, she was the only one, Ronnie was the only one that actually sang out of the three of them. And it took 42 takes on this song before Phil was actually satisfied with what they actually had. And a very interesting, not yet famous, but soon to be famous woman was one of the backup singers, and it was Cher. Cher was one of the backup singers for this, and apparently Phil was a very, very like kind of, well, he used to go out and grab as many kind of, you know, really talented or famous people to sing on songs that he produced. And this was obviously somebody who's going to be an up-and-comer and very famous herself. And I am absolutely loving these little go-go dancers in the back with their cute little boots, with their tights and their long shirts. I absolutely love the 60s style and the whole vibe of the 60s. It's just so cool, and it's just so fun. This is an amazing, amazing song. And interestingly, this was their only top 10 hit. It was their biggest hit, and it was their only top 10 hit. And that is hard to believe when you think about, you know, Ronnie's voice and how amazing they were, that this was the only one that made it in the top 10. Very, very interesting. Let's rewind this a bit. Let's get back into it with the girls here. Love those strings. How fantastic was that? And love the audience doing their little rolling with their hands and clapping. Absolutely fun. That was when everything was just so much fun. You know, everybody was just getting into it. Everything was just new and exciting and fresh, and just absolutely loved it. That was great. There's something about that song, I just don't get tired of it. It's just such a classic song, and it just makes you feel good when you hear that song. At least it does with me. And I never ever tire of that particular song. So that was an absolute blast. Interestingly, that song was actually written by a man named Jeff Barry and a woman named Ellie Greenwich, and they were the ones who wrote it. But apparently Phil Spector was very well known to demand a writing credit on the songs that he produced, even if he didn't write them. And this was an example of that. So he became a writer on the song, even though he did not write it. So that must have been very frustrating for a number of the writers that had to work with him. And if anybody has any information on what it was like to actually work with him as a writer, please put it down in the comments, because I know we've heard lots of things about Phil Spector over the years, and not all of them are very positive. So I'd be interested to hear if anybody has any information on that. My fun fact for the day is that Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys absolutely loved this song. He said he loved the chorus, he loved the strings, he loved the wall of sound. Of course, the same things that we all love about this song. It's just absolutely brilliant. But he said that when he heard it, he was actually driving in his car, and he actually had to drive, and he had to park, he had to drive off the road. He was so excited when he actually heard this song. And he actually said that this song had the promise to make the world better. That's how much he actually loved this song. That is high praise from someone who is as brilliant as Brian Wilson. Anyway, if you like the Ronettes, or maybe similar music to the Ronettes, maybe there's some other girl groups or bands that you would like to hear, put it down in the comments and let me know, and I will do my very best to get to as many of them as I can. Okay, everybody, I think that wraps it up for the day. So everyone have a joyful day, and I will see you all again next time. Bye-bye.